Hello, students. Welcome to Nation First Academy, Prayagraj. Today, I, Neeraj Agrawal, the director of this academy, announce the launch of our spoken English classes for all those students who want to join the Indian Armed Forces. Because, as you know, and as everybody knows, that fluency in English language or conversation skills is a very important factor in deciding whether you'll pass or fail in the ultimate selection process, whether you'll become an officer or you'll try once again. Because let me tell you, defense forces jobs and career is one of the best things that can happen to any young person, girl or a boy. And I say this with huge and full responsibility that it is one of the best careers that one can choose for himself or herself. But fortunately or unfortunately, the fluency in our international language is a paramount ability that you should always have. Unfortunately, I don't want to start with a negative note, but unfortunately, I'll put it like that. I have seen throughout my career as an educator that fluency in English is not up to the standards, particularly in students who are from the northern India and the students who have taken education in government aided school, government run schools, or were not very serious or were not avid readers. I also found that number of YouTube videos, online content by various educators, by various teachers is available. When I went through these contents, I saw a lot of videos. Some were good, no doubt, but some, or let's say most of them, missed the point by a wide margin. They were teaching word power most of the time, syntax errors. They were teaching English grammar or conversation skills from the point of view of English grammar. They were trying to develop your grammatical skills more than your conversational skills. And I find it very absurd because you know one thing, language cannot be taught by eyes alone. Language cannot be taught by books alone. Language cannot be, speaking cannot be taught by grammar. A small child doesn't know a single rule of grammar of any language, Hindi, English, Tamil, Chinese, Japanese, any language. But eventually, by the age of 3, he or she learns to speak. You know why? Can anybody answer this question? Or I'll give you another example. Suppose you send a illiterate, completely illiterate person to an alien land where only an alien language, which is not English or Hindi or the Indian languages, is spoken. Within no time, maybe a couple of weeks or a week or even faster, he or she will develop a skill of conversation in that alien language. Why? Nobody. I saw all the YouTube videos as much as I can, as I could, but I could not find anybody discussing this fact about the true nature of learning of any language or the speaking ability of that language. It really bothered me because millions of views were there on those videos, and there was hundreds and thousands of subscribers to that channel. but not one person, not one teacher described how a language, leave aside English or Hindi or Tamil or Bengali or Chinese or any other language, how a language comes on the tongue of any human being. And I'll let me tell you one thing, language is a genetic affair. Language is linked to our DNA. Therefore, it has some meaning and its skills has some connection with our psychology, with our nature, which with our five sense organs of input, panch indriya, right? So nobody explained this fact that how a person can learn any language when it comes to speaking. Many of our students are good or average in reading, they are good or average in writing any language, or even expression of their thoughts in that language on a piece of paper or a notebook or a computer. They can write an email, they can write a message, a WhatsApp message or a telegram message or anything. But when it comes to speaking, their confidence somehow evaporates. They stammer. They are begging for words. They are seeking help in sentence correction and sentence formation. There is the flow breaks down. Why it happens? And one more example I'll like to give here, that if a person is born deaf since childhood, since childbirth, he or she remains what? Dumb, deaf and dumb. It's never by birth uh, only one problem that comes up. If a child is born dumb, he or she will be. There is a chance that he or she is not deaf. But if the child is born deaf, there is 100% chance and surety that he or she will be dumb or mook or guga. Think about it. It's a very, very important thing I have told you. I have told you the heart, the crux of the matter, how a language comes on our tongue via our brain. If a child is born badhir, वो मूक भी होता है. If a child is born from since birth deaf, then he or she has to be dumb. What it indicates? To which direction does it point? अगर मैं सुन नहीं सकता हूं बचपन में, जब मैं पैदा हुआ था, तो मैं बोल भी नहीं सकता हूं. पर अगर मैं बोल सकता हूं, अगर मैं बोल नहीं सकता हूं, तो मैं बहुत चांस है कि मैं सुन सकता हूं. अगर मेरी बोलने की इंद्रिय शिथिल है, इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू स्पीक at childbirth, then there is a great chance that I'll be able to listen. But not the other way around. Never. अगर मैं सुन नहीं सकता हूं, then it is very, 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 very probable that I will not be able to speak. And you know why? This is the one single factor which nation first will imbibe in its spoken English classes. This is the one single factor which will make the difference in the confidence level, in your fluency in English. Because remember, language comes from ears. ये सूत्र है, ये फॉर्मूला है. ये सीक्रेट है. Language, speaking of the language, only and only comes from the ears, not from the eyes, not from the nose, not from the skin, not from the taste. If you hear anything, you can reproduce it. Then only your speaking will develop. Then only your conversation skills will develop. And most of the YouTube videos are nothing but they involve themselves, their teaching, the focus of their teaching, the locus standi is read it, remember it, make like increase your word power, understand the rules of the grammar. Right, it is all there. But first, develop confidence and basic English speaking abilities. If you develop that within the 60 hours course that we are going to launch in Nation First, of which the information will be given by our other members of Nation First very soon through notifications, through videos, and through advertisements, online, digital, whatever. You will get the information. But remember one thing. If you are willing to work hard with me over the next 60 hours of this course, 2 hours daily, then I will use a very imaginative tool, a very psychological tool, and a very biological tool. Because the way I will teach, no one, I have found that no one even knows how a language proficiency develops in a person who is not having it. May it be any language, may it be Hindi, may it be English, may it be Sanskrit, may it be Malayalam, Chinese, Japanese, whatsoever. Proficiency in speaking will only come through the ears. And command over English as a language, command over English literature, or command over English writing, understanding, unseen passages, written examinations of English will come definitely through knowledge of its grammar, of its syntaxing, of the various vocabulary enhancement, and other things. That will require a different kind of a teaching, but English conversation, spoken English, will require an absolutely different kind of a teaching. I hope my message to you and my explanation about how you can learn and increase your conversation skills, because in this 60 hours I'll only and only focus on your confidence building. I'll not focus on your solving an NDA paper or IAS paper or class 12 boards paper. I'll not focus on that. I'll only and only focus on your ears. I develop the wiring. I call it like that. I develop the wiring inside your brain towards English speaking abilities. I hope you have liked this lecture. I hope you have understood what I am trying to say, and I hope that you find it very different. And I hope and I pray that I'll be able to do justice with you all. Best of luck, Jai Hind, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Wait for the notification of the spoken English classes by Nation First Academy, and I hope that you will have a common sense, and good luck to join it. Thank you very much.